level. मौज में रहो, be happy. Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. A person who cannot learn from his own experiences of life, even God cannot teach him. This is principle number 1. And those who do not learn from their own experiences of life, they have only one thing at their disposal: complain, complain, complain. And those who complain, their complaints are heard first time, okay, second time, okay, third time, we know this fellow is like that only. See friends, once a person approached Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi and asked, please tell me, I want to know, what is God realization? So Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi says, who are you? This is our story. I am Australian, I didn't ask your citizenship. I am a doctor, I didn't ask your profession. Who are you? I am a Catholic, I didn't ask your religious affiliation. Who are you? I am married, I didn't ask your marital status. Who are you? I am very rich, I didn't ask your riches. Who are you? If this principle we take in our life, then we will come to know that the one who is miserable or happy, where does he exist? See how important it is. Are we one? Or we are a poultry farm? Observe next time. When we talk to ourselves, what exactly goes inside? We raise a question, then we answer it. Again we raise a question, again we answer it. And this question answer goes on and on and on. If he says like this thing, I am going to tell him like that. But if he says that way, then I will say like this thing. Are Ram, Ram, Ram. So we have to learn that focus attention on yourself. See. And for that, we have to have little control over our faculties. See. If we want to use the car, then we must have perfect control over the car. What speed to take, where to turn, where not to turn, where to park, where not to park. All these things we must be perfect. Then only we can use the car. Otherwise, the same car becomes the cause of our destruction. In the same manner, what is the instrument with which we are conducting our life in this world? See? The instrument is antakaran, mind or subtle body, whatever you call. See? Therefore, everything is happening only in the mind. Nothing happens to the body. Recognize this principle. But what happens? Our identification with the body is so much that we start considering ourselves to be body, and then if the body is old, I am old. If the body is having pain, I am having pain. Instead of that, recognize your own experiences when we are under anesthesia or in deep sleep, where the pain goes. In deep sleep, no pain. See, friends. Therefore, If we want to know who we are, the first step on the spiritual path is this. What it is like being other than the body. This is all. First step. Now the question comes. When we say, I am body, in fact nobody says I am body. But we all live as the body, for the body, on everybody. So, when I say in Hindi, मैं नहीं आऊँगा, I will not say मैं नहीं आऊँगी, because below the statement मैं नहीं आऊँगा, there is a conviction that I am a man, I am not a woman. See? Therefore, all our life is conducted after body identification. Now here we have to go step by step. First, the absolute self. Absolute self means there is none other than the truth. Ekam eva advitiyam. One alone without the second. Ekam eva advitiyam. Now this is the foundation we start. Now the question comes. Whenever thoughts come in our mind, find out. One day you will discover thoughts always come about something which is other than us. See? What is that? What is the name of this place? Sri Suratiya Prajapati Community, UK. In the afternoon, when I was sleeping, this came in my head and I wanted to convey to these people here, whether they ask or not ask. It's very important. I was in Durban, South Africa, and in the main marketplace, they had a beautiful Bhagwan Sri Krishna temple. And the name of the temple was same, Sri Suratiya Gujarati Mandal, meaning an organization attributed to Gujaratis from Surat. That means other Gujaratis which are not from Surat, they will not come. It is reverse. See? And there used to be hardly few people, only oldies, those who have nothing to do, they will be there in the temple. And bhajan kirtan. So when I was called there, Swamiji, see, such a beautiful place we have, but no, none of the youngsters come and we don't know what should we do. I said, I'll tell you, but you will not like it. No, tell. I said, what is the name of your mandal? See? Suratiya Gujarati Mandal. So you don't want non-Surati. See, friend, understand this. When we have Kerala Samaj, that means non-Keralite are not invited. Maharashtra Mandal, only Maharashtrians. In the same manner, within the Gujarati, Suratiya Gujarati, not other Gujarati. And how can we cater the very purpose for what we are formed? But we are identified with something finite. And where from it starts? It starts from the body. Therefore, the first step, the truth is Ekam eva advitiyam, one without a second. Now, if you hold on to this, you discover the self right now. You will discover thoughts always come about others. Then how to discover the self? Discover this principle, that about which you have no question no doubt, that is you. Now, about what we don't have question, whether I am or I am not. Is there any doubt about it? I can have doubt about you. Whether you are hungry or sleepy, whether you are happy or miserable, I can have doubt. I can have doubt, oh, this place, how much they must have paid for this place, when did they get this place? There can be doubt. But can there be a doubt about one's own being? This is the self. See? Now this self expresses in different conditionings in different ways. Like electrical energy expresses differently in different conditionings. In the bulb, electricity expresses as light, in the fan as movement. You can stop that, it's making noise. So, does it mean there are two electricities? One light electricity and one is a moving electricity? No. Then, because of the two conditioning, the same energy is expressing in two ways. If this principle is clear, then this divine reality that we are expresses in two ways. One way where only existence is manifested. Anything you take in this world, everything is recognized as is. Man is, woman is, table is, chair is, electricity is, fan is, government is, corruption is, health is, disease is. See, everything is recognized as is. So, one part where only existence is manifested, that is called an inert world, where there is no life, like this table. Now, whether we use this table for dining or for doing the operation, or we use this for keeping Ganapati Bappa, it makes no difference to the table. See? So, one expression of the divine is the inert world. Inert world means where there is no knowledge. See, now this mic is inert. It doesn't matter for the mic whether it is used for disco or discourse. No problem. Inert. Now the second expression of the same divinity is the principle of sentiency or life. So two things. Only existence, and second is the conscious existence, what we call as life. So one reality expressing in two ways. Inert world is objective and the sentient world is subjective. Now this sentient existence called as life is manifesting in certain conditions, and then that condition becomes enlivened. It becomes sajiva. It becomes sentient. So the one reality expressing as inert world and the sentient world. Now we go next step. This principle of life expresses in the condition called body as the principle of mind. See, Now this mind is also one. See, like light is one. Lights are not many. Bulbs are many. Tube lights are many. In the same manner, mind is one. Now this mind is manifesting in a particular body and thereby takes the shape of that body. Therefore, the mind starts thinking only with reference to that body. Now this I, who is born after body identification, is an illusory I, what we call Mithyatma, not the real one. See, friends, not the real one. Because when we are not identified with the body and only identified with the mind, that time it doesn't matter where we are sleeping. And when our identification with both the body and the mind is gone, that time we are what we are. We have not become anybody. When we get identified with the body, we become somebody, man, woman, young, old, etc. So, step by step, pure consciousness expressing through the body as sentiency, sentiency expresses as mind, mind is limited by a particular body because of identification. Now, this after identification with the body, whatever is there, it is called as Mithyatma. Mithyatma means illusory self. Why illusory? Because it appears under certain conditions and it doesn't appear after some condition. See? Suppose somebody is awake and we abuse him, he will become angry. And if the same person is sleeping, deep sleep, and we abuse him, it makes no difference because he is no more identified with the body. Therefore, I as a waker is not the reality. See, friends. Now we go next step. After we are identified with the body, Mithyatma, illusory self, then next generation is born. I am husband, wife, brother, father, mother, sister, Indian, non-Indian. So many things are put on us. And that is Gaunatma, that is not the important one. See. So see how many self, absolute self, Ekameva Dvitiya Neha Nanasti Kinchana. Second, Mithyatma after the body identification. The third, then relations, mother, father, brother, sister, etc. That is the Gaunatma. And the fourth one, in the dream also, there is a dreamer. That is called as Pratibhasik Atma. That means that Atma is valid only during the dream. The waker is valid only during the waking. The husband is valid only in front of the wife. He cannot be the husband of the whole world. See, it's a limited expression. Now, when we come to this, now we go to the next step. All we have to learn from our own experiences. Suppose we have some bad experience in the dream. See? Like, some people ask this question. Swamiji, I had a very bad dream. Now what will happen? I said, forget about it, don't worry. No. But the dream was very bad. What should I do? So, if we tell them, come on, dream is a dream, forget it, they will not like it. What is the meaning of that dream? Then I know I have got a good client, Kato. And then I tell, okay, tell me what was the dream? And they start explaining the dream. See, I was sleeping and in the dream, one huge black cobra came and he started climbing on my body, and I was lying down. And then he came on my chest and then straight away went to my jugular vein, took it out, and started drinking my blood. And with that, I became so frightened. I got out of the sleep. So, what will happen to me? Dream. So, what can I say? If he has taken your blood, he will die. No, don't make jokes. It is very serious. Tell me what will happen. Is it a bad omen? Then what will I do? I had to tell them something. See, you have got the curse from Lord Shiva. You must have killed a snake in your last life. And therefore this is happening. But now what can I do? Now you observe 16 Monday fast. And on the 17th Monday, do a Maha Abhishekam on Lord Shiva with a golden snake, cobra. And after that was done, do the Mrityunjaya Japa for 108 times, and thereafter the puja is over. All your problems and sins will be washed away. But then, Maharaj, what will I do with that golden cobra? Nothing, give it to me. Don't give it to the Panditji. See, friends. But if we think little bit, when we are awake out of the dream, what is our thinking about that dreamer? Come on, it was just a dream. Forget about it. See. Now, next step. So the dreamer, whatever he may be doing or not, going through good or bad experiences, they are null and void for the waker. Now we go to the next step. Who is a waker? He is a somebody. Mother, father, brother, etc., etc. And who is disturbed in this world? They are disturbed. Mother is disturbed because of the children, the husband is disturbed because of the wife, the in-laws are disturbed because of the outlaws. Somebody or the other is the cause because of which we are disturbed. And that is our story. See, we cannot talk without reference. Because we want something to refer. We can't talk. So what is the reference? Same thing, my son, my daughter. Enough is enough. But they have to, no other way. See, now be attentive. See, if we have learned from our experiences, in this world, everybody has the same problems. We have health issues, we have wealth issues, we have our property issues, we have our relational issues. Everybody, nobody in this world is without miseries in life. Everybody. So when something is for everybody, it is not a problem. Like now here it is hot for everybody. See, friends? So who is in this world who doesn't have problems in life? See, everybody has problems. Once you accept this, then next step will be, you will stop complaining about the life. When you stop complaining about life, then you are reborn. This is the step towards self-discovery. You are reborn. Now you have no complaints about anything or anybody. See, friends, this one who is reborn, who has no complaints about anything or anybody, is called as the spiritual seeker, and in technical words we call it as the Paramarthik Atma. So how many Atma I told you? First is the Mukhya Atma, essential self. Second is, after body identification, is the mithyatma, illusory self. Thereafter, the third one is the pratibhasik atma, the dreamer. The fourth one, after the body identification, we become somebody, other mother, father, husband, etc. That is the gaunatma, secondary. How many of them? Now, out of that, who is miserable? See? Out of that, we will come to know these gaunatma are miserable. Husband is miserable because of the wife. Wife is miserable because of the husband. See? The children are miserable because of the parents. Parents are miserable because of the children. This is how the life is lived. But we never think about it. We only state, I am very miserable. Who are you? Find out. This is what we told you. Real spiritual practice is when you start learning from your day-to-day experiences. Before marriage, can a non-existing husband will be miserable? No. And after marriage, can the husband will be happy? No. But who is this husband? Where is he? Can we separate the man from the husband? See? And how much time the husband will require, how much efforts the husband will be required to know that he is a man? Zero. What sadhana he has to do? Does he have to take divorce? No need. Then don't take wife seriously. Don't take your kids seriously. Don't take your relation seriously. Don't take any event in the life very seriously. This happens to everybody in different ways. See? And therefore, how to discover the self? Start from where we are, like we do our GPS. So for fixing the GPS, we require 2 points. Point of origin and destination. So what is the point of origin? Point of origin is, I am very disturbed. Point of origin. Now, who is this who is disturbed? Start from there. See, friends. Now, next step. When do we start this? See. When everything is going on wonderful, we are lost in this relative world. See, I told you probably 2 days before, one gentleman in USA, he was telling, Swamiji, I got a beautiful wife and 2 lovely children and a good job and sufficient money. I can survive for next 10 generations, that much money I have got. We are all healthy. Now what more is heaven, heaven, heaven? And in the evening, when he came, then he got a message from his wife. Hereafter I am not coming home. You can keep the kids, I don't need them. Bye-bye. After 1 year, we'll go and sign the documents in the court. Then he started crying. Now who was crying? Man or the husband? See, my friends, but he has taken that husband as real. So unless we give up this unwanted validity given to the relational existence, we can never know the truth. It is something like what? If you stand in front of the mirror, can you stop reflection from happening? Reflection will happen. Let there be anybody or anything, reflection will happen. Similarly, body identification will happen. You can't stop it. See, when there is no body identification, this world is not there. We are all happy. But this doesn't remain all the time. 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 hours. After that, again back to square one. Then what is to be done? Then we discover the self. See? Now again, same example, morning probably I gave. We look into the mirror and the dog looks into the mirror. Now what is the difference between the two? Mirror is the same. The phenomena of reflection is the same. The dog takes the reflection as real and suffers. We take the reflection and discover ourselves. See? आत्मौपम्येन सर्वत्र समं पश्यति योर्जुन सुखम वा यदि वा दुःखम स योगी परमो मतः. Bhagavan says this in the 6th chapter. Who is the yogi, real yogi? Atmopamyena sarvatra samam pashyati Arjuna. Hey Arjun, he who is able to recognize what in the happiness of others, if you are happy, see, in the happiness of others, if you are happy, and in the miseries of others, you are ready to extend helping hand, then we are perfect in yoga. How it can happen? Because when I have an event of happiness, don't I want everybody to join me? See, all of you are married here. When you got married, what you have done? You send the invitation to so many big list and all that, and we are getting married, come, and a lot of noise. Why? You are happy, the only day. See. And after some time, when you have to have the divorce, whatever may be the reason, do we invite all the people? Those who have come, we are very happy to announce that we are getting divorced. No. See, friends, therefore, what is the meaning of self-discovery? In action, be happy in the happiness of others. But instead of that, we become jealous. I know how he has earned the money. All corruption. Who are you to evaluate somebody? It is a jealousy. One person asked me this question in Mumbai. Swamiji, what is your opinion about corruption? I said, if I get a chance, I will also do. See, we are not here to evaluate anybody. Remember this principle. See, we should be happy in the happiness of others. You are walking on the right path, number one. So, when we thus take that as we stand in front of the mirror, everything appears, but it is not real. So if the mirror is broken, we are not broken. We know mirror is broken. And one reflection becomes many, that time also we know we are not become many. To summarize this, one word. Recognition of illusion as an illusion is the only way to get out of illusions. When the people get divorced, what is their understanding? This is the understanding. I can't anyway more continue with her as a husband. She or I don't want to continue with him as a wife. So they have recognized the wife and husband are illusions. They don't have to kill each other. And recognition of the illusion is what? You are not disturbed by the presence or absence of the illusion. See, friends, is it not good or a bad dream? Do we get disturbed by the dream? Because we know it is illusion. And therefore, to discover the self, we have to work on this. Find out who is disturbed. So we will come to know the one who is disturbed doesn't exist. Next time, when you go somewhere, lake, etc., look into the water. The waters are still. Our reflection or the reflection of the trees around will be perfect. Water is still. Then you throw one small stone. There will be ripples. And because of that, all the reflections will also seen. They are moving, they are shaking. But are they shaking? Are they moving? They appear they are shaking and moving, but they are not, because they are not. They only appear. Exactly the same way, all the problems begin after a body identification. After body identification, so many personalities are born and they are miserable. You cannot improve the reflection in the waters. Now, to make it subjective for understanding, our body is the bucket. And in that bucket of the body are the waters of the mind. And in that waters of the mind is the reflection of the consciousness. Mind itself is inert. See? Like the water itself is inert. When the sun reflects, there are two lights. One is the general light of the sun, because of which everything is seen. And then there is a specific light in that bucket of water where the sun is reflected as a disk. And from that reflected sun, another light comes out. As if that light is coming out of the water, is it not? Exactly the same way, consciousness illuminates everything. Common light. Then that consciousness gets reflected in the mind. The reflection of consciousness in the mind is called Chidabhasa, an appearance of reality, Chit. And then from there, another light comes out. And that light is taken as real. This is how I is born. In the deep sleep, there is a body and the mind is enfolded, unmanifest. Therefore, there is no reflection of consciousness as Chidabhasa. Therefore, there is nobody. Life is there, but there is nobody. So what should be the spiritual practice to discover the self? This should be clear to us. See, the one who is miserable, happy, doesn't exist. See, if you take a table, keep a big container flat, and in that container you keep, let us take 4 or 5 small bowls having little water in that, and there is a light above. As many katoris, so many reflections, is it not? Now, start pouring water in any one to such an extent that all the small bowls are submerged in the water. And there is one flat surface, because all the small containers are submerged. Then see what happens. There will be only one reflection. There won't be many. Because reflecting surface is not divided. But when they are in a small container, they are separate. exactly the same way. I, as a man, reflected in the container of father, is a son. I, as a man, reflected in the container of a wife, is the husband. I, as a father, reflected in the container of the son. Now, has this one has become many? And who are miserable? Can you improve the reflection? You cannot. This experience of yours is unlike any experience. See, friends. Therefore, self-discovery is we have to recognize, see, as to who is disturbed, who is asking question, who wants something. See? Then one day we will discover wherever there is a want or a desire, somebody is born. And if somebody doesn't exist. See? In deep sleep, there is no desire. Therefore, there is nobody. Because there is nobody, there is no samsara, no thoughts, no worries, no disturbance. But then, after body identification, a sense of limitations. Only this body I am, that body I am not. Only this I am, that I am not. So, a sense of incompleteness crops up in the mind, and then the mind starts projecting. If I get that girl to get married, I will be happy. Without that, I cannot be. But once this thought gets rooted, then one's peace of mind is gone. Now talk to that person, that boy. He can never understand. Overpowered. Exactly the same way. We get overpowered by these buddies. We become mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, and then we take that as so real. And then we want to complain why God has created this world, why other people's wives are good, mine is like that. You can never get answer to this question. Therefore, now next step. When everything is going on beautiful, you will never think of something higher in life. You know, it is something like what? If your dream is going on very beautiful, you are in Switzerland and you are riding on a motorcycle and some useless girl is sitting behind you and you are going, Mere sapno ke rani kab aayegi tu. You are driving, enjoying. Aha, such a dream will never break. Then in the same dream, your motorcycle skids and goes in deep into a gorge. Aha, immediately the dream breaks, is it not? In the same manner, everything is going on goody. My health is all right, my husband is all right, my wife is all right, my children, my job is all right. Oh, this dream will never break. One day, suddenly, like that Swargavasi person, one day when he got evening one call from his wife that I have sorted out legally everything. So, We'll meet in the court for signing the papers. Kids you can keep, I don't need them. Then suddenly, Swamiji, see friends, and therefore be attentive. Therefore, all these problems come in our life because now the God wants us to change the direction of your life. Presently, our life is dogwards. See? I was in Barcelona, Spain, and there the sea front is so long, maybe about 5 kilometers. So me with my friend, we are walking. And there all are sleeping without clothes and all that, basking in the sun. We are walking, and when we are coming, my friend asked me, Swamiji, what is speciality that you have seen here? Because you see something different, what we don't see. I said, I have seen one thing. Whether boys or girls, man or woman, all of them have a dog leading them. You go here also for a walk anywhere. In the morning, the dog leads them, not the God. So, the dogs are leading them. He said, yes, you are perfectly right. Do you know why? I said, that I don't know, you tell me. He said, when the boy and the girl, they are crossing each other, and if their dogs become friendly, then they get married. See, friends, what a quality of life. See, friends. And if the dogs start fighting, then divorce. See, friends. Therefore, remember this principle in life. Whenever any difficulty comes in our life, whenever any problem crops up in our life, it is a message. Change your direction from the dogward to the Godward. And therefore, Upanishad says, Tad Vijnanartham Gurumeva Vigachet Samit Panihi Shrotriyam Brahmanishtam. Then start attending satsanga. You may do anything or don't do anything, doesn't matter. Satsanga cannot be compromised. Every day, morning, one talk you listen when you go for a walk, and evening again the same talk you listen. Slowly, slowly, the complete inner, viruses which have entered and hung our motherboard, it will be corrected. See, one day a lady asked me this question, Swamiji, I am listening you for so many years. One thing I have observed, I want to know what is the reason. I said, what you have observed? You are talking on the same topic of Bhagavad Gita, same chapter, but every time it is not the same, it is different. It is not a mechanical thing, it is different. I said, because it depends to whom I am addressing. See, friends, thoughts are the same, but to whom they are given. And therefore, when we keep on listening to satsang again and again, then we will discover this principle, that we are samsari. Now we have to be reborn as spiritual seekers, what we call as the paramarthik atma. Now, as the waker doesn't get worried or frustrated about the dreamer and his experiences, exactly the same way, a spiritual seeker, paramarthik atma, doesn't get influenced by what is happening in the relational life. Whatever he has to do or not do, that is done sincerely, wherever, whatever you are, be 100%. But don't forget our spiritual journey. That is important. See, friends. And then as a result, what will happen? We will stop reacting in life. Then we start only acting in life. When you start only acting, not reacting, you will not become Rana Pratap. Otherwise, you will become Rana Pratap and then suffer throughout life. Nobody can help you. Therefore, friends, Bhagavad Gita brings this point in the mind of Arjuna, in front of Arjuna. So, first thing, what condition has happened, Arjuna became frustrated, depressed, rejected, because such a challenge came in front of him that he has to kill his guru and his grandfather. See, Bhagavan Krishna and Arjuna were together not for a day or two, but years together. He never asked even once anything spiritual. On the contrary, he was taking Bhagavan Krishna as a friend. Hey Krishna, hey Yadav, hey Sakha. See? And when the situation came, and how the situation came, it was created by Bhagavan Sri Krishna. And because of that, he became frustrated. And then he started asking that in this war, so many people will be killed, and how can I kill my grandfather, my guru? When we come a situation of a cross, that time we pause and we start thinking, what is this world? See? And then, because we have been living in the unknown acceptance of cause and effect as reality, then we ask question, but why this is happening to me? Why not others? What I have done? So this cause and effect becomes a reality. And therefore, then we are told, in the last life, you have done this thing, because of that, in this life you are suffering. Now, he is taken beyond the limits of the womb and the tomb in the last life. But I don't remember what I have done in the last life. You may not remember, but you have done. If you are sowing the seeds of chili, you can't get tomato, you will get chilies. You must have done something wrong in the last life, therefore in this life you are suffering. Oh, but now what can I do? Now behave properly, or else again next life you will have the same suffering. Okay. This is said and our agitations are quietened. Now we are no more disturbing or getting disturbed because of others. Now our attention is on ourselves. And then we are told, if you do good, you get the results good. If you do bad, results are bad. Then we become aware of our activities in this world. Slowly, we start living more in awareness. Hey, if I trouble him, in the next life he will come as my mother-in-law. The better I don't trouble. See? Slowly, our mechanical interaction with the world will come to a halt. Then we start living more in awareness. And when this is done, we recover. We come to discover that I am someone other than the body. This is the second step in the discovery of who I am, or the self-discovery. So first, we have to get out of this notion that I am body and I am somebody. And for that, all this what we have discussed. So when a bad event happens in our life, we change the direction of our life. And therefore, I remember one great saint, many years before I heard it. It's in Hindi cum Urdu. I'll explain in English also. It is said, ये वही दर्द दिल है जो उनको पाता है, भगवान भला करे उनका जो दिल दुखाता है. It is the problem in our life that makes us think of God. Therefore, those who are creating problems in our life, God bless them. See, friends, how important it is. One or two examples. You know Tulsidas Ji Maharaj, such a great saint. When he was born, his mother died, and he was brought up only in the company of the Jains. He was taken away by some Mahatma in some ashram. There only he lived. No ladies. Throughout his life, he has no touch of a woman. A mother, uncle, auntie or grandmother or anybody, nobody. And he studied well and he was great wise. He used to conduct satsang. And one of the person in the satsang, he thought, oh, he is a good boy for my daughter, and he was married to that girl. First time coming in contact with a woman as a wife. You can see how much infatuated he must have been. And one day it so happened that it was heavily raining and all that, and he went in that heavy rains to her house in Varanasi, and she saw her husband coming in such a disgusted manner. So she got frustrated. She said, are you not ashamed? You are running for this body made of bones and muscles and containing nothing but filth and urine. If you become that much mad for Bhagwan Ram, he will reveal himself to you. See, what a terrible insult for the husband. What others would have done, okay, I'll get married to someone else. He got the message. And then out of an ordinary Kathakar, a great master was born. Therefore, this we have to remember. Whenever there are difficulties, problems in our life, remember, he is giving us a message. Change your direction. Your GPS is wrong. See, my friends, therefore, any difficulty that comes in our life is welcome. And learn from that difficulty. See? Instead of giving up, becoming frustrated, blaming others, stop all that. And then our attention will be focused on ourselves. So, whatever happens to the dreamer, waker is not getting influenced or worried. Similarly, whatever happens to the waker in relational life, a seeker of the truth is not influenced by them. This we understand. Dreamer is separate and the waker is separate. Understand this. The waker is different and the relations are different. See? And these relations are creating problem in our life. Bhagavad Gita's message is this only. The problem was not among the enemies. The problem was when the relations becomes enemy, the samsara begins. And therefore, slowly and steadily, when we reflect in this line, then you will see we are marching in the right direction. This is the truth. You don't have to do anything. Correct your focal length and discover the self. Give it a try. It is not difficult. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.